Good morning, Lana Scott Lighthouse. Guys, it is about 5:30 North California time. I was getting messages last night. My spiritual counselors were trying to come in and tell me a little bit about them in general. And they were showing me this little mini vision of, how can I put this? Stepping into the ether, so to speak, and getting a better picture of finding out who your spiritual counselors are. And they actually were showing me my boyfriend that's passed away. They were showing me my niece. They were showing me my mom, my dad. They were showing me some angels. They were showing me some energies I think were my ancestors. And they were also showing me a few energies I wasn't even sure who or what they were. So I think the message they were trying to tell me was that on the other side, you have spiritual counselors can be anything. They can be ancestors from the past of people that you never even met. They can be other people's spirit, like if you're really close to someone, sometimes their spiritual counselors will give them a message. Somebody will say something to you and you'll go, oh, that makes sense. Okay, does that make any sense to anybody? So, because guys don't, I just was trying to figure out why they were giving me this message. And then this morning we have a message. Our message is all about divine timing. So I think the message they were trying to explain to me was that spiritual counselors come in all forms. And sometimes even your spiritual counselors can tell somebody else's spiritual council members, angels, ancestors, passed on, loved ones, lineage angels, guardian angels, mom, dad, even actual relatives that have passed away, messages to give someone to give to you in a casual conversation. So guys, signs and synchronicities can come from anywhere. Signs on the side of the road. A friend whose angel said, hey, so-and-so's angel said, tell them this. And even though the person gives you the message, they don't realize it came third hand, so to speak. So they were just pointing that out to me. So, because when they, it wasn't like me dying and going in through the ether, but they were just like showing me stepping through this doorway. And I was like, oh, are y'all who they all were? They have all been this time. So guys, don't discount getting messages from passed on loved ones. And that guide you on your path. Spirit guides can be, ones that have chosen you, ones that you have inadvertently chosen through some kind of animal spirit or some kind of tree or plant spirit or something that, like, say you love plants and there's a particular spirit that guards those or cares about those, and it gives you a connection to them, and they can give you messages as well. Does that make sense to anybody? I'm just trying to tell y'all what it feels like they were telling me last night. So you can get messages from the other side, from spiritual counselors from in lots of different ways, in ways that we never really even thought of. Okay, so just keep that in mind. Maybe you have, like I know one lady, she has a couple of passed on aunts that keep coming and giving her messages. Okay, because she was close to them when she was growing up because they were in and out of her mom and dad's house all the time. So guys, don't have it set in your head that just your angels are talking to you or just your brother that passed on. You get messages from a lot of different places, they're saying. And sometimes, even if you don't make sense of who's giving it to you, just realize the message is there to help you grow, change, and show you where you're supposed to go. Okay? So, and then this morning I was asking about light workers. And I asked him, I said, well, are we going to get a message? Do you want, because I wanted to do something special for light workers, but they're saying, well, no, we need to talk about divine timing this morning. So let me do this reading for y'all and tell y'all how this is, because some of y'all, I think, have already got your gifts and now you're going, well, what's next? And nothing's happening. So guys, everything does work in divine timing, because sometimes the universe has to put into place other people, other situations. They have to wait for it to come together to then send you there. So be patient. Okay, because whatever journey or whatever it is that you're supposed to do, it's going to come in many different ways. And there'll be sometimes you'll help someone or do something or say something to someone that you don't realize you just did something that's totally on your path. I hope that's resonating for somebody, if that makes any sense to you. Because it's not just all about going out and doing something big. a lot of it on your spiritual journey is in divine timing and little things here and there, because you may not realize it, but as you go along life's journey, sometimes just having a conversation with someone, you think about something, you tell someone, and later they go, maybe even somebody you don't know, and later they go, what did that girl say to me that day? Or what did that guy say to me that day? And they kind of stop, and they come to themselves in some way because they realize something on an internal level. I hope that makes sense and resonates for somebody. So let's dive right in here. Let me show you all this message. So what we're starting off with is Hagalaz, which is elemental disruption. And this is anything that comes across your path that makes it that they're saying don't get frustrated, because it is going to be in divine timing. Okay, and there are things for you to do. A lot of you have already stepped through a doorway on your healing gifts. You've already come to yourself. You're on your personal journey. But what you're doing now is you're building your foundation. Okay, so they're saying, I'm hearing research. So guys, continue to, if you're not doing it already, make sure you meditate every day. Make sure, even I'm supposed to be journaling, but I've been so busy, guys, I haven't had time to journal anything. But if you like to journal, they said keep notes. If you have a chance encounter with someone, okay, write it down. Whatever sticks out in your mind that you want to remember later, write it down. Because then we have reverse Perth. And they're saying, the reverse Perth today, they're saying, don't get frustrated, because it's all going to be within divine timing, okay? So as things come up, some big things will come up in your life, but the little things along the journey, you're meant to learn and grow from too. And you're just going to have to be patient so that you can then have movement on your journey. So that's what they're telling me this morning is divine timing, guys. So don't get frustrated, make sure you meditate. If you have other friends and family members around you that are spiritual that you can talk to, or if you have some friends that you can talk to, or if you have an online group, and they've been talking a lot about online groups here lately, guys, because that's how so many people communicate now. So there's something there for somebody meant to, if you look for other people with the same kind of, gifts and abilities, or other people that are feeling what you're feeling. And that's why talking to other people is going to be important. Okay. Because there's still little bitty things here and there that only during going forward are you going to be able to help make sense to what you need to do. Now, some of you are going to be highly intuitive and you're going to say, okay, I realize that there's something coming and I just have to wait. Okay. For whatever that is. But they're saying, just take your time and look outside the box. They're saying, look outside the box and try to pick up other nuances of things around you, things you're picking up on, because it's going to build to your foundation of you on your personal journey. And the reason why I say that is because then we have defense, we have going forward, and for there to be more flow, there's just more things that you need to stop and try to pick up and try to think about. Okay, so this right here again, I feel like this is again talking about divine timing. It's talking about people that are feeling like their prayers are being answered, or that their council members are hearing them, or that whatever it is that they're doing with their gifts and going forward, that again, it's in divine timing. So they're saying just be patient and look at the smaller things, because the smaller things you may not stop and think about, but they're important. And guys, ever since yesterday, I've been hearing it's important, it's important, it's important. I was like trying to figure out what's important, So they're talking about divine timing. We've got Wunjo for personal happiness, Burka, and then we've got reversed Keenness, which they're saying, again, they're talking about divine timing, okay? Because you have all the spiritual illumination for those of you that are on your path, that know where you're going, what you want to do. They're just saying it's going to take time. So they're saying some people are like chomping at the bit going, well, when's it going to happen? When's it going to happen? Guys, you just have to wait on divine timing. And I know a lot of people say that really sucks. And yeah, guys, sometimes I feel like it really sucks too. But you know what? Some of you, you're going to have your whole lifetime, and where you are now is not going to be where you're at in the future, okay? And sometimes the divine has to get other situations, or other things have to happen, or they're waiting for, like I did a reading recently on the page of, I think it was the Page of Wands, and because I kept seeing that card, and I finally pulled it, and if anyone wants to look, you can go back and look. It was just, it was I think it was a short that I did, and because they were telling me that this person in the future is going to be very instrumental into bringing two countries together or two areas together, okay? And then when I did the reading, I got that he wasn't even here yet. He hasn't even been born yet. And I'm like, really? That's a really big message. But what I got with that was I got Isa on that particular message, and then I got Foundation. And I really felt like they were saying that was the father, that was the mother. And guys, that kind of makes sense, don't you think? We have an opening here, and we have a rod here. Come on, guys, put two and two together. Anyway, so they were saying he's not here yet. But in the future, he's going to be instrumental. He's coming. So, guys, take that how that resonates. But if he's not here yet, but he's going to do all this great good in the future, then you have to wait, too, for other situations to open up. Because sometimes the universe is shuffling people around. Like this person gets their gift, and again, they're showing me that girl that when someone touches her, her gifts, she's a light worker, and all of a sudden, when she runs into this other guy, when she's around him, all her chakras open up, and she is just suddenly realizing, oh my gosh, and I actually can see now they're showing me all her chakras lighten up, and she hasn't met this guy yet. That was a reading I did not too long ago, guys. So some of y'all are going to have to wait until these other situations come along, and the universe is working on it all, okay? But until those situations come, you're I'm not saying you're stuck, but they're waiting for these other situations before you have movement going into the future, okay? So guys, take that how it resonates. Don't get frustrated. Sometimes I get frustrated too, and they'll tell me something, and I'll go, what does that have to do with anything? Or what does that mean? And then later, I'll do a reading, and I'll go, and after I do the reading, I'll hear I said something and that they told me, and I'll go, oh, that kind of makes sense, So guys, you have to sometimes just wait for everything to fall into place. Nothing's instantaneous. It happens over time. Take that how it resonates, guys. They're just saying be patient. We need a doggone cigarettes. Guys, I really want to quit smoking. I'm having a hard time with that. Okay, so then what they're saying, because this is the unheard or the unseen right now, right? So then as an extra message, they said, hopefully this will give you some relief from stress, because you have gone through an open doorway and you are on your path of destiny. Okay, but you're just going to have to wait while you're on your path of destiny as a healer for divine timing. So they're saying, guys, be patient, because I feel like they're telling me that some of you are very, very impatient. You're waiting for something to happen, or waiting to move somewhere. You're waiting, for a situation or a job, or you're waiting for something that you feel like is along your path that's meant to propel you forward. And they're saying divine timing. Okay, guys, I know that sounds like it really sucks, but sometimes they tell me I have to wait too. So guys, don't feel bad. In the meantime, people that no longer that are meant to be on your path, you need to kick them to the curb nicely, if at all possible. If you've got someone around you that's dragging on your energy while you're trying to do something, it's time to walk away. Guys, I have that going on in my own life right now. I have a situation I'm trying to get out of because I have someone that's really dragging on my energy, and it's a situation I'm having trouble excavating myself out of, but I'm working on it. I'm going to have to just cut the cords to that relationship. Anyway, so a lot of you are on your path. You're just having to wait for divine timing. And they're saying in the end, you are going to have success because you are listening to the signals and the messages that you're getting from your spirit guides. So if you feel like somebody's not meant to be in your life no more, if you feel like there's a job you're doing that it's no longer brings you happiness, if there's a friendship that back in the day was great, but now it's just every time you see this person, you're like, oh my God, here he comes again. Guys, they're telling you for you to go forward, you're going to have to get rid of some of those older relationships. You're going to have to get rid of that job that you go to every day. And you're just not, it just doesn't bring you the happiness that it once did. Guys, I have something like that going on with me right now. So I totally can understand. I hope that resonates for somebody. So guys, divine timing. But in the meantime, they're saying clean up the debris. Clean up things that are dragging on your energy, that are holding you back, that you feel like are no longer beneficial. And they're showing me somebody walking away from everything. The job that's no longer bringing happiness. The people at the job place, at the neighborhood, maybe moving from one neighborhood to another and finding a new job and totally cutting ties with everything with the past. So guys, some of you may have to do that. Okay, if you feel like, well, right now I really can't do that. Well, if you can't, then maybe that part of the message isn't for you. But they are saying divine timing, guys, and you will have movement. You will have, things come. You're just going to have to wait a little bit. Okay, but they are saying that a lot of you are already, they're saying, let that bring some relief to you and saying, okay, so what else do I need to do? So they're saying there's some other things you need to clean up, clear up. Maybe you have, yeah, I know. Guys, yes, I know. Okay, so they're telling me this is for me as well, and I know that it is. And San gave this message a while back. You know that cleaning house card, guys, in the Enchanted Map deck? She's saying some of you just need to clean house and get rid of things in the past. Some of you need to get rid of things that no longer are important, maybe old clothes, maybe some books that you've been toting around that no longer suit where you are now. And guys, at one time I must have had 300 Wicca books. And I love my religious beliefs, but at the same time, I have grown past actually teaching people about Wicca, because I used to do stuff for people and teaching people about, the energies and things like that. And it's not that I'm still not a pagan, because I am. But the thing of it is my journey is different now. Now they've got me with everything that I've learned in the past about my runes and about tarot. Because, guys, I used to do tarot readings for people, too. Just the regular tarot just doesn't speak to me anymore like it used to, because I've grown past that. Now, what works for me a lot better is these other kind of decks that are showing me the places that, because like the Enchanted Map, they're telling me is places where y'all will go, or where we will go. And the Native Oracle is talking about the energies we'll meet when we get there, especially for you earth workers. And for you light workers, or earth healers, light workers, and those will be the kind of energies that we're going to run into, and between the people and the land, okay? Because they're saying there's a lot of healing needs to be done between the land and the people in a lot of different places. Like, for example, okay, hang on, guys, they're telling me this about, like, one of the charities that I like called Charity Water, where this gentleman and his organization is going in and putting in wells and giving people clean water. He's like an earth healer, guys, because he's going in and they're putting in wells where people can get fresh water, and that's how it's pulling together the people with no fresh water in the land. That's how it's bringing them together, by them getting the wells and getting the fresh water. It's giving them a new reconnection to the land. Do you see how that makes sense? Okay, so guys, they're just saying that's an example, and I hadn't thought about that before, guys, but they're telling me this morning, they're saying, well, there's a piece of your puzzle, Lana. So, guys, that's a part of how some people are going to go forward and heal the land and the people, is like charities like Charity Water. And he's not the only one, there's other ones out there, but where they teach people how to, do something different with the land, do something different with the water, do something different with that's how some earth healers are going out and bringing the land and the people back together again. That's how we're healing the earth. And that's just one example, guys. There's lots of other ways. There's a lot of people that live in places where there's no electricity, like Africa, for example. Think about some areas in Africa where there's not as many trees. They get torrential rains. They get flooded out, right? Egypt, when the rains come, the rivers, Tigris and Euphrates, I think. They're showing me that, guys. They're showing me a picture of that, where every year the Nile floods and everything kind of comes to a halt, right? So there's different places where, I think that's where this Haggis is coming in, okay? Elemental disruption. So, maybe, they're going to, maybe in that area of the world, they're learning how to do something different with helping the people there. So that's just what they're showing me, guys. Take that how it resonates. But their main message this morning is that the universe is shuffling things around and moving things around to make it possible for those of you that your gifts have come in, for you to be able to go where it is you're going to go to help. Now, some of you may not ever have a big, huge mission. Some of you may just help people along the way. And guys, remember, I had pulled that compass card the other day, and they were saying somebody who was going to become a psychic medium or had psychic medium gifts, we're going to go with a crew to some place where there was a house where there were some spirits, some passed on people that was like, their energy was stuck in a certain place, either because they committed suicide or somebody killed them there and they can't get out. So, guys, take that how it resonates. All right, guys. So, I'm not going to pull no cards on this morning. My phone's telling me I'm running out of storage. But at any rate, guys, divine timing. Take it how it resonates. And just be patient, okay? Love and light. Lana Scott, be a light in the darkness. Guys, be a hero. Be somebody else's hero. Be your own hero. One person at a time.